Ohio. There he is himself at a news conference. Let's listen in.
I'm not Matt Damon. I'm not any of those guys who, have, droves of women and men that want to be them or so on and so forth, and be like, yeah, oh God, I'll vote for him because Matt Damon said, I love his movies, but I don't have that kind of following.
What do you represent to all the other Joes out there?
Right now, I'm just completely flabbergasted with this whole thing, and I'm sure if it happened to them, they would be as so. I just hope I'm not making too much of a fool of myself, and it can get some type of message out there as far as really watch actions and learn for yourself. Don't take other people's opinions. I mean, read it yourself.
What is it about you, do you think, that is so attractive to the two presidential candidates that they would mention your name 4 times more than they would even mention Iraq?
Yeah, I know, that bothered me. Be honest with you, I'm sure Obama didn't want my name mentioned, so it wasn't so much as that, but I'm sure he expected it. Like I said, it was just a focal point, and if it helps the debate, then I'm happy for that, but I wish they would have, probably talked about more important issues. I mean, November 4th is coming here. We're going to be voting shortly, and there's a lot of real issues affecting us.
Are you suggesting you might be a distraction for them to stop talking or avoid talking about the issues?
I don't know. I haven't thought that one through, so I don't have an answer for you on that one.
And when you registered with the Natural Law Party, what were you thinking then?
We've been there, brother. Come on now.
Well, it's a registered political party.
I'm telling you, I don't really remember, and yet you're going on. I mean, really.
That's fine. So you don't remember registering?
I told you that, right?
You said that you didn't know what they represented or something. I mean.
Okay, well. None of this is nationalism.
What is the biggest issue for you?
I have lots of issues, personally, and then as far as with the country. Biggest issue? I don't know if there's a biggest issue.
Your son's return.
Yes, what do you hope for your son's future?
Not to have to pay $10 trillion back. I mean, come on now. I mean, Social Security is a joke. I like to, I have parents. I don't need another set of parents called the government. Let me take my money and invest it how I please. Social Security, I've never believed in, don't like it. I hate that it's forced on me. As far as for my son, I want him to live in America that he's proud of. I'm tired of people downing America, saying that we're this bad country. I mean, that upsets me and my friends greatly. We are the greatest country in the world. Stop apologizing for it. I mean, really, I get real mad about that. I'm not sorry for being American. I'm not sorry for, having the things I have. I've worked for them. I'm not sorry that, I wish that our borders were closed and that you have to come through in a legal manner. I'm not sorry for any of those things. I'm not sorry that we're in Iraq. I mean, my friends in the military that have come back and told me the thanks that they've received for us being there, it doesn't get enough play. I mean, we've liberated another country. I mean, freedom. Things that every one of you guys take for granted. Everything that Americans take for granted. I mean, these guys haven't had it. Now they got it. I mean, that's an incredible thing. I mean, it's almost, I don't know if you guys are Christians or not, but it's like somebody coming to Jesus and becoming saved. These guys have freedom. Our guys here that are poverty-stricken, they have cell phones. Those old people over there, they have one pair of pants and a shirt. So what we've done over there is an incredible thing. Has it kept us safe? Absolutely. I believe in that 100%. WMDs or not, I don't care. We took the fight to them. We've done a pretty good job there. Could have done better? Yeah, sure. But, it's easy to be an armchair quarterback. In hindsight, they say it's 20/20. I call it X-ray vision. So... I'm, like I said, proud of our military and, proud of what we've done over there. So that's pretty much the main thing there.
You feel like you're speaking for the little guy in this country?
I know I'm speaking for Doug Theory, Greg Clement, a bunch of my friends, Kurt, just all kinds of people. So I know I'm talking for at least 30 people, and they come from, middle class, working people, and they have their friends, and, they share the same views. So I'm talking for some people. I don't want to sit there and say everybody.
They're scattered around the country, right?
Yes, yes. From LA to Montana to, Kentucky, Cincinnati. I mean, Florida. I got, being military, you kind of make friends everywhere, and then they get shipped off somewhere. So,
not to hammer this too much, but as being local, we're curious what exactly your ties are here. I know we talked about it a little bit, as in where you were born, all that kind of stuff.
Just like I said, I was born here, and then in Toledo, Toledo Hospital. No, I'm sorry, St. Charles. Actually, I only found that out when I was 18. I thought I was born in South and raised Southern, and when I found out I was born in Toledo, that kind of took me back for a second. But then raised down south in Florida. We called it L.A. Lower Alabama.
Sure. You weren't disappointed when you found out you were from Toledo, were you?
This is a local. No, I mean, Toledo's great. Actually, I do enjoy it here. Fall's beautiful right now. I love there's a lot of things about Toledo I like. So I was just more upset that I found out I was a Yankee. Not Toledo. I just found out I was a Yankee. So,
your family's from here?
Yeah, for the most part.
But I mean, like, was your dad born here? That kind of.
My dad's actually from Cincinnati.
Okay.
So.
That's where you get the Bengals from.
And yes, that's where I get the Bengals from.
Sure. And then you said you came back 6 years ago, and who else is still here?
My mom and dad are still here. I have aunts and uncles out in Oak Harbor, Genoa, Point Place, so, I got a pretty good family here. We're all real close. I mean, we're together just about every other weekend during the summer having a barbecue somewhere, so.
So, I mean, obviously there is plenty of national, and, you are the name around the country, but right here, you're representing some of our views and our area's views. What do you think, or what would you say to the locals here as to, you being on the national spotlight?
I don't really know that as far as...
I guess what I'm saying is, as a voice, what would you like to be done right here?
Oh, as a voice right here? I'm pretty upset that I just found out Cardi used my tax money to, write a letter and the paper, saying thanks Obama. I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about right now. He's in a leadership position, and he thinks he can do anything he wants to do, and no repercussions. That's taxpayers' money. What he did was illegal. What's his fine? Where's he going to go? So that kind of bothers me. Toledo is a great place, and it can be so much more, but kind of like with politics in Washington, you got the good old boy network here, and a lot of people are shut down, and I don't appreciate that at all.
Well, if you say you're going to be here you say you'll be here for a long time, you anticipate take over the business. Would you ever run for office locally?
It sounds cool, but I really don't know what that entails. I don't know what kind of sacrifices would have to be made. I mean, I'm bagging on the politicians a little bit, but there are sacrifices they make, and I don't know what all that entails. So I don't, I'm sure it's difficult to a degree.
What do you think, county commissioner?
I have no thoughts on that at all right now. I'm just happy being a plumber.
Right.
Okay. I'm about beat. What's that?
It gets cold up here. I can't believe you're standing on the t-shirt still.
No, I'm still actually warm from my workout earlier, so.
So, Obama was here on Sunday, is that right?
Yeah, Sunday.
Do you think Senator McCain will stop by your house when he comes in town?
I asked his campaign manager.
Listen to Joe the Plumber, Joe Wurzelbacher there in Holland, Ohio, who's pretty much speaking for every man, a member of the middle class, self-proclaimed so. By listening to him, you'd think he'd be part of the Straight Talk Express. Let's listen a little more to what he's saying.
I'm sorry, sir?
They haven't reached out to you since all of this started.
Well, they just called me and asked me if I wanted to attend one of their rallies, but I'll be in New York over the weekend, so I won't be able to.
Joe, do you feel like Kevin Costner in the movie Swing Vote?
I haven't seen that movie yet. I'm too busy working.
And what's your wife or girlfriend think about all this attention you're getting?
Don't have one, so couldn't tell you.
How about your boy?
My son's excited. I mean, he's jacked. I mean, he got to do a couple interviews this morning, him and his friends, so I was real happy about that. I imagine it's pretty cool being 13 and be able to say you were on TV or your friends actually even seeing you. So my son's really, really happy about it. So that's about the extent of that. All right, you guys are done. Hey, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh, hey,
Okay, it appears right there. That is a wrap. One of the funny points, though, did you hear that at the top? And I'm joined right now by CNBC's